My name is Shirley Appleton and welcome to this training insight. This is all about triggering brace in a horse. I spend a lot of time teaching people to be aware of how they touch and pick up a rope or a rein with a horse, because how you touch a horse and pick up a horse determines how that horse responds to the touch or the pickup. People tend to be oblivious to this. I know I was, but you need to see things from the horse's perspective. People tend to unconsciously do the following. They rub and slap on a horse, okay? And they pick up ropes and reins really quickly because they're just focused on what they're going to do, so they pick up really quick. So when people do this, it actually becomes habit for the horse to brace itself. And they even brace themselves in that person's presence because they're just waiting for, because every interaction they have with that person is just makes the horse want to protect themselves, so they brace themselves in the presence, waiting for those rubs and slaps, and also when they have the rope or the reins picked up, they brace. It just becomes a habit for them because that's the way they've got to be in that person's presence. And if it goes on and they don't have a lot of experience with people, it's just like they'll brace themselves for everybody because that's what humans do. Because when horses brace, they're protecting themselves. So when a horse is protecting themselves, you are not going to get a positive response physically or emotionally, because every response is going to have a component of brace, and that's not going to be cool. Now, the following footage is a lateral flexion example, and it shows me triggering brace in a horse's lateral flexion response just by the way and speed I pick up the horse, I pick up the rein. And it's so subtle. It's so subtle, you're probably going to struggle to see the difference in how I pick it up. But you'll see it because the horse shows you. Just a bit of background about this horse. This horse is an off-the-track thoroughbred, and during his racing career, he was known as having no mouth. He was ridden in a bull bit because he was considered to be very hard-mouthed. The fact is, this horse didn't have a hard mouth. This horse was just protecting itself, which is what all hard-mouthed horses actually are doing. They're protecting their mouths and they're protecting their bodies and they're bracing. So watch this example and learn. So here's this footage. So I'm picking up nice and just soft. I'm believing that the horse is going to give to me. And I'm being slow with my hands, and I'm consciously wanting to get under that brace. So I'm just going to show this, this response first of just picking up nice and slow and soft twice. Now, this horse's lateral flexion is actually not correct, okay? It's only in its beginning stage because I had to get rid of this brace. I had to get him following the feel first. But you can see that, especially this side, this was his worst side. And you see he actually is head tilting there and bringing his head a little bit too far around. But at that stage, it's okay, just getting him to follow first and no brace. So here it is picking up a little quicker. See that? Just that little quicker, brace. And then actually had to pull him around, so that heaviness. So he's so braced he can't follow, so it kind of locks his brain. Let's look at it again. Okay, pick it up just that little bit quicker. See that? There's the brace response. So whether he was hard-mouthed or not had to do with how I picked him up.